Hello everyone, how are you? Hope you are well. How is your study going on? Hope you all concentrate in your study. So, in our last video of human female reproductive cycle, I discussed about the menstrual cycle, and during this topic I discussed about the ovarian changes that occurs during menstrual cycle. In today's videos, I discuss about the other changes that occurs during the menstrual cycle, that are the uterine changes, the vaginal changes, and the changes that occurs in the cervix. So watch the video till then to get the all important information regarding this topic. And if you don't subscribe my channel till now, so please subscribe the channel to get the latest updates. Okay, good luck. So let's start the discussion about the uterine changes that occurs during menstrual cycle. Uterine changes of the menstrual cycle can be divided into three phases, that is proliferative phase, secretory phase, and the menstrual phase or the bleeding phase. Beginning with the proliferative phase first. The proliferative phase extends usually from 5th day to 14th day of the menstrual cycle. That means the day when menstruation stops and the day of ovulation. This phase corresponds to the follicular phase of ovarian cycle, and at the end of this menstrual phase only a thin layer of endometrium remains. So during this phase the endometrium regenerates through proliferation because the estrogen promotes mitotic division in the lining tissues of the endometrium. Then we will focus to the changes in endometrium during the menstrual cycle. During this phase, endometrium cells proliferate rapidly and epithelium reappears on the surface of the endometrium within the first 4 to 7 days. The uterine gland starts developing within the endometrial stroma, and blood vessels also appear in the stroma. Then proliferation of endometrial cells occurs continuously so that the endometrium reaches the thickness of 3 to 4 mm at the end of this proliferative phase. And all these uterine changes during proliferative phase occur because of the influence of the estrogen that release from the ovary. And on the 14th day of menstrual cycle, ovulation occurs under the influence of LH. This proliferative phase followed by the secretory phase. The next phase of the uterine changes is the secretory phase. This phase extends between 15th and 28th day of the menstrual cycle. That means between the day of ovulation and the day when menstruation of the next cycle commences. After ovulation, corpus luteum is developed in the ovary and secrete large amount of progesterone along with a small amount of estrogen, and it causes the further proliferation of the cells in the uterus so that the endometrium becomes more thick. Next, the change in endometrium during the secretory phase. During this phase, endometrial glands becomes more active because of increase in size. The glands accommodated within the endometrium. Many new blood vessels appear within the endometrial stroma, and blood supply of the endometrium increases, and the thickness of the endometrium increases up to 6 mm. Actually, secretory phase is the preparatory period during which the uterus is prepared for implantation of ovum. All these uterine changes during this phase occurs due to the influence of the estrogen and the progesterone. Estrogen is responsible for repair of damaged endometrium and growth of the glands, and progesterone is responsible for further growth of these structures and the secretory activity in the endometrium. The last phase of the uterine changes in the menstrual cycle is the menstrual phase or the bleeding phase. During the menstrual phase, menstrual flows continues for about 3 to 4 days. During this phase, there is discharge of blood and other tissues due to breakdown of endometrial lining of uterus and its blood vessels when fertilization doesn't occur. Because the lining of the endometrium are shed out, there is lot of blood and tissues, and all of formed a liquid and flow out through the vagina, and this is called menstruation, and menstruation usually occurs 14 days after ovulation. And the process of shedding of uterine lining along with blood and fluid is called menstruation or menstrual bleeding. Then we will be discuss about the changes in endometrium during the menstrual phase. Due to lack of estrogen and progesterone causes sudden involution of the endometrium, and it leads to the reduction in the thickness of the endometrium up to 60 to 65% of the original thickness. During the next 24 hours, the blood vessels in the endometrium undergo severe constriction, and they ruptured and passes through the vagina, and it is continued for about 24 to 36 hours. Then uterine contraction expel the blood along with desquamated uterine tissues to the exterior through vagina. The menstruation stops between the 3rd and the 5th day of the menstrual cycle. On that note, I will be telling you that then when the bleeding starts, that is considered as the first day of the menstrual cycle. At the end of the menstrual phase, the thickness of the endometrium is only about 1 mm. The next topic is the vaginal changes during the menstrual cycle. The vaginal changes of menstrual cycle can be divided two phases, that is proliferative phase and the secretory phase. In the proliferative phase, epithelial cell of the vagina are cornified and estrogen is responsible for this. In the secretory phase, the vaginal epithelium proliferates due to the action of the progesterone, and it is also infiltrated with leukocytes, and these two changes increases the resistance of the vagina for infection. The next point is the changes in cervix that occurs during menstrual cycle. First is the proliferative phase. During the proliferative phase, the mucous membrane of the cervix become thinner and more adhesive due to influence of estrogen, because there is increased secretion of estrogen, and it helps the survival and motility of the sperms. Next is the secretory phase. During the secretory phase, the mucous membrane of cervix becomes more thick and adhesive because of the action of the progesterone, because during this phase the progesterone level is increases. And this is the picture of the menstrual cycle with hormonal regulation. We will discuss the first about the ovarian cycle. Occurs in the ovary. The primordial follicle, which was formed in the intrauterine life of the female embryo, that will develop into primary follicle at the onset of the puberty. This is the primary follicle, and or the growing follicle. Then the primary follicle becomes convert into vesicular follicle. Here we see this is the vesicular follicle, and it filled with a free space, that is antrum, and antrum is filled with a follicular cavity. On the 14th day of the menstrual cycle, the ovulation occurs. That means the Graafian follicle ruptures, and it releases the ovum, and after ovulation the Graafian follicle convert into corpus luteum. This is the corpus luteum, and rather say corpus luteum prepares the uterus for implantation if there is pregnancy, and if there is no chances of pregnancy, then corpus luteum degenerates and flow out through the menstruation. The next is the body temperature. During the menstrual phases, the body temperature is normal, but in the follicular phase, there is slightly increases the core body temperature, and in the luteal phases, the core body temperature increases most. Then I will be discuss about the anterior pituitary hormone, which are gonadotropins, and gonadotropins are the luteinizing hormone, that is LH, and follicle stimulating hormone, that is FSH. During the menstrual phase, both the LH and the FSH level decreases. But during the follicular phase, the luteinizing hormone level slightly increases, and the FSH level is lower than the LH. And one more important thing, that on the 14th day of the menstrual cycle, that means on the day of ovulation, the LH level increases most, and also the FSH level is also increases, but FSH level is lower than the LH. But during the luteal phase, both of the FSH and LH level is fall. Then I will be discuss about the ovarian hormone. The ovarian hormone of the female is the estradiol, that or estrogen, and progesterone. During the menstrual phases, there is low level of estrogen and progesterone, but in the follicular phase, the estrogen level is higher than the progesterone level. But in the luteal phase, there is increases level of progesterone, and the estrogen level is decreases. Then the uterine cycle. During the menstrual phases, there is a shedding out of the menstrual blood, and during the menstrual phase, there is the endometrium lining are shed out, and there is a lot of blood and tissues, and all of these form the liquid and flow out through the vagina. At the end of the menstrual phase, the thickness of the endometrium is only about 1 mm. Then the proliferative phase, the endometrium cells proliferate rapidly, and epithelium reappears, and the uterine glands also starts develop, and blood vessels also increases. And in the secretory phase, the endometrial glands become more active, and they are increased in size, and the glands are accommodated within the endometrium, and many new blood vessels appear within the endometrial stroma, and blood vessels also become more active, and blood supply to the endometrium increases. And during this phase, secretory phase, the thickness of the endometrium reaches up to 6 mm. And during the secretory phase, the level of the estrogen and progesterone increases the most. So this was all about the menstrual cycle, the human female menstrual cycle that I have discussed to you. Thank you for watching the video till the end. Hope you enjoyed learning. Good luck. Thank you.